my Brussels sprouts. I know you're there. Bello Veretti. You know what that means? How are you? This is Vito, and this is Vito's Italian Cucina. And today we're going to do Brussels sprouts, garlic Brussels sprouts. How do we say Brussels sprouts? Cavolini. Cavolini. Come si dice Cavolini? Instead of how you say. Come si dice. A little Italian for you right off the top right there. And we're going to put just some garlic in there too. So garlic, of course, is aglio. So I'm going to show you how to do this. It's very simple. Step on in. Come on in here. There we go. Okay, we get the Brussels sprouts, and we take off the ends like this. Just like that. Okay. A little pezzi. Remember we learned that last week. Pezzi. Tiny pieces. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut them in half, just like this. We got to use a sawing, a serrated knife on this, like this, because you know, to do it straight up and try to chop, it's kind of hard and you can hurt yourself. So be careful when you're doing that. You want to slice them all in half, just like this. You see that? It's very simple. You're going to have some leaves come off, which is fine. It's okay. And you know what? You can throw those in the pan too. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to go like this. We're going to take these, put them in here just like this, because we're going to go over here. It's very, very simple. I'm going to tell you, this is going to be fantastico. You're going to enjoy this. Come on. So what we do is we take them, as you can see, come on and take a little closer. As they're all kind of laying on the half side, okay, like that. And we're going to place them in here just like this. Now, on the bottom here, we have a little oil, butter, and some water. So we have olio, see? And butter, which is burro. Sounds like a donkey or something, isn't it? Burro. I don't know. Anyway, but you put that on the bottom. So you go oil and water. Well, you know, oil and water don't mix, but here's the deal. When you mix the oil and water together, it does kind of mix together. He said, but the water is for the steaming portion of this, and the butter, of course, is to help to soak in a little bit, and that's going to be really cool. You're going to really enjoy that. And I got also a little sprinkling of garlic, aglio. So we got garlic powder. It's not just garlic chunks in this, it's garlic powder. It's just a very, very, very small layer. Then I'm going to come down here and I'm going to turn it on. And here we go, nice little heat, and we're going to go and heat it up like that. And while we do that, I'm going to show you something here. Here's what we have. Here's the ingredients that we're going to have. We're going to be having, you know, some, this is the garlic powder I'm talking about. Come on in a little closer, that way you can take a look. A little garlic powder, then we have the pepper, a little coarse pepper. This is my favorite. Pepper, good. And then we have the salt. Of course, again, like I said, this is the Himalayan pink salt. I don't like using the iodized. This is my favorite. And this is Parmesan. This is Parmesan. Look at a Parmesan cheese. Marron. You know what marron means, huh? Yeah, that's good. Now I'm gonna show you something else right here. This is the butter. And what I did was I took a stick of butter, put it in the microwave, and I melted it down. So this is what it looks like melted down. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use this butter a little bit later, and I'll show you what we're going to do with that. So now back over here. Now the water, a little bit of garlic, and the olive oil, is go ahead and start. You put it on a nice medium heat there. I'm going to take the top, and I put it on like that, and then we're going to let them steam, just like that. And let them steam. And you can, we don't want to get them soggy. Now we're going to start the process of this right now. Let me take it off so you can get a good look. See that? Okay, I put the lid on and we're going to go and let them steam for maybe 4 to 5 minutes. You know, and we don't, like I said, you don't want to get them too soggy. But you're going to notice that along the way that the Cavolini, the Brussels sprouts, they'll change color. They'll go from a nice green, fresh green, to a darker green. And by the way, let me tell you something. There's lots of vitamins in here, and I've heard, and this is what I'm hearing, is one of the vegetables that's out there that help prevent cancer. Don't hold me to that. I'm just telling you what I hear, so I'll pass it along. But I think any vegetable is good for you, and you never know. You got to jump in and just eat your vegetables anyway. So I got to go the Cavolini, Brussels sprouts. I said, well, how am I going to remember all this stuff, Vito? What's the story with that? So what I do is, you know, first of all, I was born in America. My family's from Sicily. Okay, let's do Vetrano. I can't even say it right. You know, it's Castelvetrano, okay, which is in Sicily. And so I have to learn stuff myself. So that's what I'm trying to teach you, because I get embarrassed. My mother and father gave me the name Vito, and people, when I run into Italians, and they expect that I know Italian, fluently. Well, I don't, So I'm going to try to get this from me to you, and we'll do the best we can. But so Cavolini, and how do I do it, is I do a word association. Like, when I was growing up, the barber down on the corner, his name was Angelo Cavolini. I swear to God, that's his name. Mr. Cavolini, Angelo, Mr. Cavolini. I said, "Oh, you cutting my hair today? How much are you charging me?" You know what I mean? And he was a really nice guy, but you never wanted to get him all ticked off with the scissors in your hand. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, that's when we do a little word association, and that's where we are right now. So that's enough of that. Come on back. I'm gonna show you what I got going. There you go. Now we're gonna open up. Now you see the color? Look at the color. Come on in close. Look at, see, it's changing to a nice darker green there, okay? Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. Now, you don't move them. You leave them on half like that. You leave them half, and we're going to come over here. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little pepe. Okay, we'll put this like this. We'll get a little pepper, and we're going to sprinkle. Now we're going to sprinkle on top because they've been sauteing and they've been steaming at the same time. And by the way, I want you to stay right here. Look at this right here. Don't go nowhere. Stay here. I'll be right back. Be right back. I'm over here. Here I am. I had to go get some water. Because you got to keep it on the water. A little bit of water there. You don't want to burn them. So you put a little bit of water in there just like that. And we left the pepe, and we're going to get a little salt, and you sprinkle on top. Not too much, because there's another reason why I don't want you to use too much salt. First of all, if you don't like the salt, too much salt, you're going to be ticked at me. And then what I want to come over here and get is, now this is a butter. We put a little butter in the pan and melt it with the olio and the aglio, the garlic. But this I put it in the microwave and I melted it down, because this is what you got to do now is you got to drip it on top like this. You can't just put chunks of butter, on top of that. It's got to be evenly poured around. And you don't want to use too much butter, but you put that on there like that. And then what I'm going to do is take this Parmesan cheese, a Fabergé, and we're going to sprinkle that on top like that. Oh, Maron, I'm telling you. I can't wait. You're going to love this, guys. You are going to love this. And then I have a secret ingredient that I'm going to be putting on top right after this. Now we're going to let this cook down. I'm going to go ahead and put the lid on, but I'm going to leave a little crack in the lid so we can let some of the steam out, because they're really starting to steam up and get done. But like I say, you don't want them soggy. You know what I mean? You don't want them soggy. So it's going to be great. Now, let me tell you something right now. You have a nice dinner, you have your family, your friends over, and you have your aglio, Cavolini, Brussel sprouts, along with your dish. Is a great dish, I'm telling you. But afterwards, you may want to go out for a Sunday drive with your friends and stuff like that. And I just got to warn you, when you're all in the car together or an elevator or whatever after this delicious vegetable, pick yourself up some Vito, okay, pal? A little Vito there. You don't want to get stuck without that, because these they do tend to give you a little bit of gas here and there, and you don't want to be calafalo, you know what I'm saying here? The odero, you know what that means? Yes, I think you do. So take care of that. People will love you forever. Look at that. Nice color, turning brown. Remember, the Cavolini Brussels sprouts are flat down. And now, my secret ingredients. Here's my secret ingredient. Soy sauce. Soy sauce, that's right. That's why I told you, hold off on the salt. Soy sauce has a lot of salt in there. You can get your regular soy sauce that you buy at the store and add water to it. That kind of cuts it in half. This is exactly what I did with this. I put a little water in to cut the salt in half. Which is real good for you. Now I'm going to pour this on the top. But by the way, how do you say soy sauce in Italian? Soy sauce. I'll get it. Okay, here we go. And you go like this. Look at that. Listen to the sizzle. Okay, so I'm going to let it go like that, and the lid is off, No more steaming. It's finished. Now that what we're doing is we're getting a nice caramelization on the bottom. And with that, when we're finished here, this is what we do. I'm using, this is not a Teflon pot. You know, what is this called, this Teflon pot? What is it? Stoneware? Is that what it is? I should know that, but it doesn't stick. So then you get yourself a nice hard spatula with a nice hard edge, okay? And when the time comes, after we let this go ahead and cook in a little bit with the soy sauce, then what we're going to do is we're going to scrape, okay? We're going to scrape it off the bottom. You want that. You want the bottom. You want the nice crispy caramelization, the browns on the bottom. I'll tell you, fantastico. You're going to love this. Marron, okay? Okay, there they go. They're ready to go. Now I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to turn the gas off right here. And we're going to get ready to do the scraping, to do the caramelization. Look at that. They don't even move. Look at that. That's what you want. Now we're going to come over here, get us a nice plate, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to scrape. Just like this. Look at that. A little bit done. A little bit done. It's okay, though. I'm telling you. Look at the caramelization. Now, you might, maybe, you cook them how you like them, by the way. And I think that'll be the good thing, But nice browns, they're not burnt. Look at that. I love this. Oh, of course, I always like things a little darker myself. But you cook them exactly like you want to cook them. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go ahead and take a piece of this like this. I'm going to watch it. Oh. Ciao for now. Arrivederci. I'm going to be pretty busy. We'll see you next week. Thanks a lot for joining us. Ciao. Now, where did I put that Vino?